Now Urom, you know they see so everybody don't come out. Oh, they say as far as say Fulani herdsmen say they be hunter. So Uromi people don't still carry Okada come out to say them be hunters. So say make them face themselves one on one. Oh, I don't know where we they go, where we from they come now. Oh. Everywhere they halt for Edo State. Oh. Uromi precisely. Oh. I beg our people wey be say them they go farm, they know they feel go farm again. People wey be say they be they go market, they know they feel go market again because of Fulani henchmen. So Uromi people don't take the action when Oyibo they call drastic action. They say as far as say Fulani henchmen go carry AK-47, they go say they be hunters. So now Uromi people still come out, say all of themselves now still hunters. So make them face themselves one on one. So if you be say your way no clear, may you enter house so because you don't set.
All right, guys. So just after what happened in Benue State happened, this match you're seeing over here, it's currently happening in Uromi. And this to tell you that Nigeria is no longer a safe place for the people. Why? Because it's been a long time that the Fulanis has been saying that Nigeria belongs to them, that they want to take over what belongs to them. And this is the reason why they believe so well and they can actually go into any community, do anything, do whatever they want, and go scot-free with it. But some youths also has also said to themselves, no, we don't just have to push everything under the desk and act as if nothing is going on. And I've decided to take action by bringing up some security operatives in the communities, all right? Some community securities. And that's what you're seeing over here. I wish most of the communities in those places that the Fulani herdsmen attack can actually wake up and do the same. All right. I was meant to understand that in Uromi, people don't no longer go to farm, people no longer go to stream, and this thing has been there ever since the buying of the 16 Fulanis in Uromi. And this is a very bad experience. If only the people of Benue can wake up like this, and some other communities that has been attacked by the Fulani herdsmen in one way or the other can stand up on their feet and decide to do something about the security of their people. I tell you, those environments will be a safe place for their own parents, their own children to stay. Yesterday, the president visited Benue State, and there was a lot that happened on the process. But I want you guys to take a look at this particular video update to also know what is currently happening in Nigeria. And in all honesty, Nigeria is no longer a safe place. Nigeria is no longer a safe place, most especially those communities that are outskirts from the town, the main towns. Most of those communities are no longer safe place for the people. But I want you guys to take a look at these videos.
Hospital. People who are supposed to be in an asylum are in government houses pretending to know what they call leadership and confusing and destroying the lives of millions of people. So after we don't talk yesterday where they released a letter from Office of Governor of Benue State, they talk say they go do colorful parade, shoulder to shoulder procession to receive the president. They come and talk say a mistake, they're supposed to wear black and this and that and that. So today now, it don't cuckoo confirm say the governor declared public holiday to receive the president. Not national day of mourning for the state, public holiday to receive the president. And also they can't carry children we're supposed to day school. As they declare public holiday, they still wear them uniform, go line them up for road. Under rain, the children were there singing national anthem, so-called national anthem, beaten by rain, motor they pass the poor children water in the name, and then they were standing there for hours before the president from come, say won't come do. And waiting president come do. Nobody said they go address the root cause of the insecurity where they worry the state. Oh no, he go hold town hall. He talk the usual line where they talk, IG of police, we must get the criminals. The same statement where you done they talk for 2 years, the same thing where Buhari talk for 8 years, where the killings just they increase, they continue. Now him make una carry people, children go keep for road. I thank God beg una, who swear for Nigeria is abi make we also they think of how to go beg or to get an antidote. Because if not lunatics, who are the set of leaders who will carry people's children and line up on the road to go and receive a president who came to visit a state where his recklessness and irresponsible leadership have caused the constant killing of life, where we say they don't kill more than 200 people for the state. They carry people, children, the ones where cuckoo their life, where we say herdsmen never kill, they carry them, go line up to welcome the president. A round of applause for Governor Alia of Benue State. This is leadership. APC, this is, and you see the picture. I hope say that hospital where president stand as he wear masks like surgeon, where they say won't go theater. So I hope that hospital has lights they find they turn. Now so all the other hospital where other victims they for Benue State. Now so the hospital they gen they on lights they TV they for there. Oshilanshe, Benue State government, Nigerian leaders, APC. As we they talk, so in Fondokwa for Delta State, youths they protest more than 16 years, no lights for Kwale. No road, no light, nothing, insecurity. I think say as Governor Oboriwo they don't come out, go join APC. I think say the problems of Delta go solve. So lights never still come. Now Deputy Governor Monday Onyeme they come promise say they go soon do work to bring light. Shame on you, Nigerian leaders. You are amongst men most miserable. If this is what you people call leadership, Benue State Governor, Benue State people make una no worry. Maybe another election, as this one they say because na father it go better. Una don't see him now. Maybe the next one it go be imam. Where you go think say it go better. Nigerians, we must come together and fix leadership. Oh. This issue why they talk so it must be a national agreement that by 2027 we fix leadership and government. If not, now so we go they protest, they renew protest, they renew. Delta go do, Edo go do, Cross River go do, Rivers go do, Kanu go do. When we go come together, fix leadership. The people where they destroy country, all of them, they come together, they move into one party. When the more than 200 million victims of their wickedness and inhumanity go come together to also form a group to say that we want to rescue our own life. You must join this call to fix INEC, electoral reform, anything where you they do, when they talk about how INEC and election go 2027. Now waste of time, because for 200 people to be killed and the response now to organize carnival to welcome president, it should tell you where this country is headed. Congratulations, Benue State Governor, on celebrating your festival of killing by carrying people's children, the one where their life go keep for road. May God give you the grace. Continue this kind of leadership. Nigerians, it is up to us. My condolences to the people of Benue, to the families of the victims. But we must fix leadership. If not, now more colorful parade politicians go they do, whilst innocent citizens go they die. God bless Nigeria. My name is Peter for Nigeria.
Benue State. About the killings that has been happening in Benue, it didn't start today. It has been happening for a very long time, a very, very long time. And one way or the other, you cannot say Nigeria has never happened to you. I'm going to tell you a little story of my life. So, 2009, my dad was shot. They were robbing. My dad went to clear his goods, coming back from Lagos, and his car was robbed, and he was shot. Trust me, my dad being shot was not why my daddy died. My daddy died because my daddy was on the floor there for 2 hours. 2 hours, and nobody came to help. Then 3 hours later, people came, and they took my dad to the hospital. And the hospital said my dad, they had to wait for police report because it was a robbery case before they started treating my dad. My dad was in the hospital for 3 hours, and my daddy died. The eyewitness, that some of the guys that took him to the hospital, according to what they told my family, was my daddy was telling them, please save me because of my child, which is me. And they didn't listen. They were waiting for police report. Before the police reports came, I think 6 or 7 hours after my dad had died. So this video is to tell you that one way or the other, I feel the pain. Because if you know me very well, if you're close to me, you know that I don't celebrate April 1st because it's a joke of a day. One way or the other, I can understand. I saw a video of a man saying that 20 of his family members, how many are there in the family that he can lose 20 people in a day? The trauma, I can only imagine what he is going through. Nigeria failed him. And I saw a video of our president addressing the issue. And what he had to say was, I'm going to clear my schedule to visit the people of Benue State. As if he's doing us a favor. I remember when Adame was alive, she spoke about this killing. This killing has started not today. Every day, every time they go to Benue and wipe us out. This one is because Very Dark Man went there and spoke out. That is why everybody is coming out. That is why everybody is coming out. They have guns. They have everything. Who gave them those properties to attack people that are unarmed? People, farmers. What do we have in Benue State? Have you been to Benue State? What do we have in Benue State? We don't have as little as road in Benue State. We don't have anything in Benue State. So what is causing the fight? This fight has been happening. Insecurity. There is no security in Benue State. And if you sit down there, this may come to you. It's aside from Benue now. I remember when this thing was happening in the East too. It will come to your state. Nobody is safe. The whole country is not safe. You may think, oh, I have money now to protect yourself. When you least expect it, it will happen to you. Nigeria happened. I remember 2020, NSAS. When they killed so many youths and denied that nobody died. We all saw that happen. I grew up without a father because of Nigeria. When you see me on social media, I'm always looking very happy. I try to do everything possible to keep myself up because I'm very sad. Because losing my father was like losing everything that I have. My dad was all that we had in the family. When my dad died, the goods he went to clear from Lagos did not come. People came and said my dad borrowed money from where? They sold all my father's property to pay up debt. I started from scratch. I started from the lowest. I have nothing. I had nothing. I was a rich kid going to private school. My dad took good care of me. But what happened? It was all cut short. This man was shot and was there. They would have even treated him first and wait for the police report, but no. They watched my daddy die. They watched him die. Now 200 people died in a country that there's no war. No war. 200 people died. And we think it's okay. It's not okay.
What's your reaction to this recent upsurge in violence in your home state of Benue?
Charles, is a situation that is lamentable, unacceptable, could have been taken care of ahead of time. One event too many. The state of Benue has suffered a lot in the past number of years, not just in the past 2 years under this administration, but in successive administrations, one thought this would be taken care of. I want to thank Pope Leo XIV tonight for the awareness creation, because the whole world is abuzz. The media is talking about it. Today I received calls from Germany, from Italy, from France. There are people who want to come and visit. There are journalists who want to come and see what is happening here to report back to their people. I want to thank the United Nations for their voice today to say this is unacceptable. And the United Nations Secretary General who has spoken. I want to thank Amnesty International, who says that justice must be made to bear in this circumstance. It's a situation that I think, as a nation, we must work towards ensuring that it's brought to an end.
And when you mentioned that all these people are phoning you from abroad, when they ask you, why is this happening, what do you say to them?
Well, I think that the story of Benue is very much known abroad, much more than we tend to think about it here, because the story, whether of Boko Haram or whether of herders and the situation in the Middle Belt, is actually one that the media in Europe is very concerned about.
Well, so, what I'm asking is, what do you say to them is behind it? Is it competition for land? Is it fueled by religious and ethnic divisions? Is it something else?
Yes, this is a very good question you're asking, because I think that what actually has happened is that nobody is telling the truth about the problem in Benue and the Middle Belt. And we are wanting to be politically correct by saying, and I saw that in a major statement today, by saying that there is no religion involved in this crisis. Well, a statement today from the office of the SGF, for example, who said it's not about
Secretary to the government.
Yeah, Secretary to the government, who said there is no religion involved in this. There's no ethnicity. It's an economic situation.
And you believe that there is religion and ethnicity?
Of course, I do believe.
But tell us why.
Because this is not the first time. The people of Benue know that they have had an issue of jihadism in the past 100 years, that ended up in Benue. The people who took the jihad, who will never want to end, want to continue that jihad. The last jihad ended up in Benue. I used to joke with my Igbo friends and brothers and said, Christianity is actually stabilized in Igbo land because we stopped the jihad in Benue. And so they want to continue that jihad, and the Benue is the center for them of that jihad. They believe that once they're able to overrun Benue, then they can reach the ocean, as they had always thought. And this is the narrative that nobody wants to talk about. We want to be politically correct, and therefore we are saying, oh, well, there's nothing religious about this, or there's actually nothing ethnic about this. You're talking about a people who are going into Benue to massacre people from week to week. And when the matter comes up, they say, oh, well, please try and find reconciliation with the people. When did the Fulanis, who are doing the massacre in Benue, become members of Benue? The state was created in the 70s. The languages that are used on the radio are Tiv, Idoma, Igede, and Etulo. Where is the Fulani community in Benue? And now you are saying reconcile with the people who are there. How do you reconcile with the people whom you do not know? These guys come in the night, they come by river, they come by canoe, they get out of the canoe, they get out and go out and kill people, get back into the canoes and run back. They don't belong to Benue. They hope that continually, by decimating the people who are in the north of the Benue, they will be able to occupy that land, drive them out. As they are, they kill the people, they destroy the churches, they burn the homes, they take over, they take the people's food and offer to cows, and gradually they are inching into Benue. This is the situation. And that's the story which I like to tell anybody. And it's an unfortunate situation, because I think that the government is taking this matter not as seriously as it should. The same situation we have in Plateau, the same situation we have in Benue. Overrun Plateau, overrun Benue, and then move on. This is a story that must be told, and that story must be told openly, and we don't need to be politically correct. We want to be able to solve a problem. You must get to the root cause of the problem.
Indeed. And so, given what you're saying, although, as you said, the government of the Federation, the SGF's office is disputing that, and so are some other people, what do you it seems like, based on what you're saying, it's important for President Tinubu to actually go to Benue State and get to the heart of the matter. Because if what you're saying is the heart of the matter, then it's important for him to understand that, because that's the way to solve the problem, isn't it?
Precisely. And this is why I thought it's important for us to put this on the table. And President Tinubu must understand this before he puts petrol on the fire in Benue. Yesterday, the statement that came out from Bayo Onanuga said
That's one of the president's spokesmen.
The president's spokesman said that the people of Benue ought to reconcile among themselves, reconcile with the people who are killing them. Who are these people who are killing them? Do they know them? So how do you reconcile with someone whom you cannot even see?
That's a good point, because I put that point to the governor of Benue State when he was on this program yesterday.
Yeah. So how do you dialogue with someone whom you cannot see? Well, the two of us are dialoguing now. You and I can talk about whatever issues. Those guys, nobody knows them. Nobody knows the address. They come in the night in hundreds. They kill in the night and they go. So the issue that is actually at stake here, which nobody is talking about, and I would like the president to address it. The United Nations is asking him to do so, and the Amnesty International is asking him to do so, and Pope Leo is asking him to do so, is to find out who is doing the massacring of the people, who is doing the killing, and to bring them to justice. Nobody is saying we must bring these people to justice.
So your assumption is that the president doesn't actually understand what is going on?
Precisely. I think he does not understand. He does need to understand the situation that's going on. And if he does not, then he goes in there and he can make a statement or make statements that are going to be inflammatory. They are going to make things worse. I think it's important for us to let the president know that there is a situation on the ground which he needs to understand properly and to address adequately when he's on the ground.
And you mentioned Pope Leo. I mean, he is the Catholic pontiff. Of course, he's the head of your church, the Catholic Church. I mean, he's been offering prayers in supplication over what has happened in Benue State, and his voice does carry a lot of political and moral weight. But I'm wondering whether or not he's getting involved in it because there's a religious, you're saying there's a religious element.
He has information in this regard. He has very clear and strong information in this regard. And that's why I'm saying, he would not want to get into the politics of Nigeria, but he's appealing because he knows that the people who are being massacred are members of his church. In fact, we are hearing that the bulk of the people who were killed in this attack are people who were kept in an IDP camp that is actually run by the Catholic Church. And so when that happens, then immediately through the nunciature and through the church in Nigeria, information gets to Rome. And he does that not only for Nigeria, but for whatever parts of the world where Catholics are affected. He makes appeals. But we are quite happy about this because it was so fast and so sharp, because it was he that actually brought to the awareness of Nigerians the seriousness of what happened in Yellow-Water. And I think that we're quite pleased with what he has done, and I think he has walking the consciousness of our Nigerian leadership in the political class on what is happening. Because how many times have people been killed? There was a time under Otom's government where we buried 97 people. There were 97 corpses that were put together in the stadium in Makurdi, at which we had a mass and had to bury them. This is happening at Christmas. This is happening at Easter. This is happening in the New Year. At periods when Christians are meeting and celebrating, this is when these people strike, most of the time.
Well, let's look at potential solutions, because I seem to remember, you mentioned Governor Autumn. I seem to remember that he enacted a law for the prohibition of open grazing. The machinery appeared to have been set up for that law to be implemented. Livestock guards, we're told, were put in place to try to ensure that cattle do not graze openly and randomly. But there are allegations that the current government has relaxed all this. Is that a fact?
Yeah, well, I think that there was not a very clear understanding at the beginning of this present administration.
The state administration.
The state administration, right. Yes. I think that in the course of the campaign, there was not a very clear understanding between one party and the other. But the problem has remained, because it is not a problem that actually began under Otom. It was there under Suswam's government, then under Otom's government, and the situation is exacerbated right now under the government of Fadalia, who is doing a lot indeed, unknown to many people, but trying to ensure that it does not escalate the situation.
Right.
It's trying to ensure that this can be taken care of. My worry at this particular moment is that the military is unable to carry out even the commands of the head of state, who say to them, for example, take care of this situation. He told us a couple of days back.
Unable, what do you mean?
Well, unable in the sense that they have not been able to move in to act.
Right.
And that is quite disheartening, because they could have done so much. There are groups of military attachments in Makurdi. And I can tell you, Charles, that it's like staying here at the Hilton, and there are people out around Asokoro who are attacking the city, and the military is here, and the military is doing nothing for week upon week and from month to month, and nothing is being done. So it looks as if there is some between the military and these bandits, because the distance, if you know the distance where these people operate, it's so short that even if they walked on foot, they'll be able to meet them halfway.
Well, I mean, we can't, obviously, I can't speak for the military. I don't know what the issues are. And we also have to be circumspect in why they have not been able to handle it. But it is a legitimate question that you raise as to why it has not happened. I mean, I don't think we have the answer yet, but there clearly is a reason. And I'm wondering, because you mentioned the state governors, I mean, a succession of them, these things have been happening, and you would have thought that they would have the kind of knowledge about what is going on in their states and would communicate that to the people who are coming there to try and solve the problem.
A very legitimate issue.
Yeah, but it just keeps repeating over and over. And I wonder also, even for the governors themselves, it's a very discomforting story, but how much it carries a message of helplessness for them over these almost daily killings. Because, it sounds like a very sort of deeply worrying reminder that governors in Nigeria are supposed to be the chief security officers in their states, but they don't appear to have control over the security machinery in their territories.
Yeah. Charles, if you disarm a man or disarm a governor, he has no powers. He can do little or nothing. And that's what I think has happened, because I think that the leadership of this country has disarmed the leadership of the states when it comes to matters of security. Forget about the security vote and all that. What do you use a security vote for when you have no powers to command, whether it's the police or the army, to take care of bandits or who are killing your people? They will not move. But this is a very serious and worrying situation, and it should be even for the government, because...
But is there anything more that you think the governor could be doing to quell the crisis in Benue State?
Well, Charles, you're asking me a very difficult question here, but I can attempt to answer, because I think that the people should be helped to protect themselves. They should be aided to protect themselves, because after years and years of attacks, the people are left helpless. They should be helped to protect themselves. What help will not be for me to say, but the Constitution allows people or anyone to protect himself from an aggressor. So what ways can be made available for protection should be done.